This is just gonna be way too long. Okay, I'm good, you're good, we're all good. Talking to a friend. All right, why am I whispering? Okay, let me take a deep breath. Whew. All right, this is a little hard. I thought this was gonna be easier because, you know, I like talking about myself and I don't really mind talking in front of a camera, but gee whiz, it's hot. I feel super hot and super nervous, but it's okay. We're gonna start. Hold on. You might have not known this about me, or you might have due to the 1 or 2 videos that I posted on Instagram that I edited or directed, or maybe the 4 videos that I posted on YouTube that I edited or directed. Or you might have had not a clue for not that little emoji that I put on my name, because I don't really make it clear that me, Keren, went to film school. And if you're from Facebook just wanting to know how I'm doing and it's like, oh my God, it's Keren. Hi, I'm doing great. Thank you for your concern. But let's get into it. But before we get started, take a couple deep breaths because I'm about to tell you my experience in this film school that I will not name, but I will talk about. So let's pour ourselves a nice drink. Whatever you're into, tea, matcha is tea, that's okay. Tea, soda, water, because we're gonna get into it. I'm about to pour my heart out to you and tell you my experience in film school. And not to gatekeep my story, anyone's story that's similar to my story, but I didn't actually go to like a film school like UCLA or like even the film program at UTZ. No. I went to basically like a trade school, but it was in community college. Usually when you type in film school on YouTube, you see blogs from UCLA or like, I don't know, like film schools in Cali and New York. But yeah, no, I went to community college and I enrolled in their program. God, I feel like it was talking about all these things of like going into like aperture and depth of field and all of these things that I had no idea existed. Like, I'm like, are you speaking English? He was. And then he started quizzing us and I was just sitting there like, how are these kids answering these questions? Like, I mean, logically, I probably missed, you know, the little notification that says, hey, read chapters 1 and 2 before class. And then he had us come up, you know, in front of the class one by one and, you know, basically say what we wanted out of the program. It's like people knew what they wanted to do, and when it was my turn, I just went up there and was like, hey, I just want to learn and see where that takes me. And I did not learn.
That's all, folks.
No. I did learn. You know, if you ask my husband, that's another story. But no, God, it was so much fun. It was very hands-on. The second day, we already had our cameras in our hands. They were like Sony PSWs, number. And there were these huge cameras, and you know, he was already teaching us, broadcasting and the switcher. And God, I remember one of our first projects was to make basically like a Sunday morning show. And me and my group, we created one called Pissed Off with Coffee. And see a little clip right here.
Howdy. Welcome to another great episode of Pissed Off with Coffee.
Yeah, I mean, I was so proud. I was so proud of my little project. And then I had like a great group of friends that were super motivated and super supporting. And, we would go out to eat and we would talk about projects and we were all like in the program and it was great. It was so great until it wasn't. So my first 2 semesters, the director of program was this one guy and he retired and we got a new director. And I mean, basically, and it wasn't just like this one guy retired, 2 of them retired. And the 2 who stayed took over his classes, which some might say weren't qualified to do. Some might say. Now, it was 3rd semester, I believe, and I was sitting in a class, and really the first 20 minutes were us just sitting there watching a YouTube video, and then the last lab or whatever was us trying to just copy the YouTube video. But we had a teacher there, but he really wouldn't do much. And it's like, I understand the value of, teaching yourself. I'll touch a little bit more on that at the end. But, bro, I'm paying you to teach me? Can we not just watch this YouTube video and then... And gosh, the other one, I mean, they were quite incompetent. They were clearly incompetent, and bless their heart, really, because, or I don't even know, because, if you're there for the money, I don't even want to say that. Let's go back. But let me explain. I was literally sitting in a class where, you could just tell that this person was not qualified to teach. I don't even think they've ever taken a class themselves in the subject. And, my group of friends, started shrinking because people started dropping out because they stopped seeing it, they stopped seeing a reason to be there. They're just gonna basically get taken advantage of. It was a really hard semester, and a very sexy TA he told us, or he told me, to just, make what I want, and, everything else just basically doesn't matter, just take it. I'm already there, I'm already paying, and I mean, I did want to get my degree, so I continued. I kept going. And, I ended up marrying this very sexy TA, and he actually has his own story on this particular school. Link will be down below. You should definitely watch it. It's a wonderful video. And it would explain a lot more why this really freaking sucked. Excuse me. Why this really freaking sucked. Like, bruh. But let me not drag on. Let me just continue to my last semester. And boy, was she a big one. Now, at this point, I was already done with all my classes, and I just had to basically get an internship, do the internship, and basically do a couple group projects. I got my internship by myself, you know. There was no help in any way. And let me just add, you know, as an educator, you might not like someone, fine, but if you go out of their way to make them, like, to not help them succeed, why are you an educator? If you don't want everyone to succeed, what's your problem, dude? Seriously. Like, and with this certain director, he was tough on us. He was. And I get being tough because, you know, the industry's real tough one. It is. It's my impression. But when I'm sitting in a class for 2 hours watching bloopers, and then I look at my schedule, and then that day was supposed to be a lesson of ethics and morality in news and television, and you're here showing me bloopers, what do you expect me to think? Like, dude, I signed up for a lesson, a hands-on experience, and then you send me off, and then I do my thing, and then you grade me, and then feedback. It's not what I got. And it really just brought my levels down, and I sucked, man. My last semester, yeah, I had fun. We made some pretty great things. Like, we made a short that actually ended up getting banned because it was too provocative. Such a good story. Maybe I'll tell y'all later. And then we made a music video for Alex Eliza, and it was on public television, and it won awards. And, you know, I made those two things, you know. Well, I produced both of them. But looking back, I wasn't ever really proud of them because nothing of me was in it, you know? I was basically done. And I mean, I can say that I was, because that's how I was feeling. But, you know, I was still showing up with my suits, with my heels, you know, still looking my part, because your girl was going to be a producer. So I did my thing, but at the end, nothing I created. I mean, I'm not really proud of it. Which sucks, because not only did I produce it, I was second camera, and I shot some of it. Like, there was you can see my work, but what can I tell you? I'm shocked. Do I regret time I spent there? Not really, because in the end, I took the best thing that Northlake had to offer. Oops. I married him. He's in the other room. That makes it worth it. Jesus, that's a whole nother video. But I don't want to make this video too long. I also don't want to leave it on a sad note, because sad Keren graduated. Let me leave you with my wisdom. Again, do I regret it? No. Had I wish I had done it differently? Yeah, but I'm still young. I'm still going to make... I'm still young. I'm still gonna make many great things. I still have a lot to learn. it really did put like a little spike on my creativity because after I graduated, I really didn't feel like making anything. Until this year, basically. I kind of got it back where I wanted to do things, and I'm gonna freaking make a YouTube, or not YouTube, or making a YouTube video. I'm gonna make a music video, which if you know me, shoot, I don't do that. I can name 3 different people who would do it much better than I would. That's not the point, you know. So let me leave you with my commandments, if you will. Should you go to film school, if you already have a friend or are close to someone that is already in the industry, and you have the means to get your own camera, and you have the ambition to get on Skillshare, get on YouTube and learn and get out there and shoot, and you have that connection, I don't do it, man. Yeah, because really it's about connections. It's about who knows you and who knows what you can do. Now, if you don't really have the means and you don't have the connection and you don't really know where to start, yeah, look at some colleges. It doesn't have to be UCLA. It doesn't have to be New York. If you can afford it, if that's it for you, you can do it. But know that there are other options. Yeah. You have to look at what you have, how much money you have, what your ambitions are, what your goals are. Look at yourself. Put it all on a sheet of paper, reflect, and I'm sure you'll find your way. Oh, it's so hot under these lights. Oh. Do y'all like my makeup? It's Fenty. Ooh, it's Fenty. Oh my god, my mic is like all sorts of messed up. Okay. That was my first. Jesus Christ. My second one. Okay, here's one thing. So, the reason I say, you have to kind of reflect on what you have, what your ambitions are, is because girl, boy, I know so many filmmakers who did not ever, never set a foot in film school, who are so much better. Like, you don't have to go to film school, but if you want to, do it. Do it. I'm here to tell you to do it. I'm here to tell you to freaking put in that application, make your art, and do it. I did it. Also, I did it with like 2 jobs. I did it supporting my household. I did it freaking, yeah, I did. I wrote my scripts. I was a barista, so I would like make my coffees, and then like when they were gone, I would just go back to my computer and like finish writing my scripts. Do it, man. Also, I get this question a lot, which I'm glad I now know the answer to. I wouldn't have known a year ago, but my husband actually taught me this. The best camera to shoot on is the camera that you have, the camera that is in your hand. You don't have to go. No, I don't want to say that. If you want to start, if it's photography, if it's film, start with the camera that you have or what you can afford. Do your research. More often than not, it's the lens that counts. So you can have basically a A7S1, but if you have like a good lens, you can make awesome things. Take that, write that down, highlight that. And my last commandment. I mean, since you're here, you should like and you should subscribe. Yes, I'm probably gonna be putting out more videos talking about myself and you know, my experiences as a super sexy American Chapina woman. Yeah. So comment and subscribe, and also check out the work that I did during school. I mean, I did a freaking Office adaptation, which I thought was, girl, let me tell you, that semester I made that for myself because I wanted to make something, because I didn't make anything that semester that I cared about, so I decided to make this short. And literally, I typed up the script the night before. I got my friends together and basically shot it all in an hour because that's the time that I had rented out the studio. And the person that put and okay, so for context, at the end of the year, of the school year, they put together like a showcase to show all the work or whatever. And this certain year, they didn't really have many submissions because, well, I'm not gonna say it was on the person's fault, but it wasn't really, yeah. Anyways, ooh, Jesus. And then my little Office short was very, I say it was more provocative than the video that actually got banned the next year, but it was basically making fun of, you know, the system and being at film school, you know? And they showed it. And they showed it not to just, you know, film students, but they showed it to like the president of the school. Because they didn't really have many submissions. And they showed it. And after that, I mean, that's, Jesus. I mean, I don't want to spill any tea, but that was not a good, But the next year was great. I didn't actually go. After I graduated, I was like, bye. But it's just so funny. What do I want to add? Do I want to add anything to this video? Ah, yes. Okay. I'm gonna have to edit this now. I don't like editing. The next video I'm gonna do is probably, I don't know, I have a lot of ideas for videos, so please oh, Jesus, why am I'm nasty. I have a lot of ideas for videos, so comment, subscribe, subscribe, give me a like, watch any of these 2 fun videos that I made during my school year, and also I'm gonna probably be making more because I'm gonna be a YouTuber now. Yeah, she's gonna do it. Also, No, actually, there's something I want to add to that. Yay, adiós. Que tengan un muy buen día. Bye. Yay. I'm a little drunk.